That's what it's showing
Yeah.
right now is 11.
Yeah. And Paul can catch up. He knows how to get here. Hey guys, by the way, we're live. I just hit the button.
What
Hey.
the
Hey,
heck?
hey,
You gotta
hey.
let somebody know about this stuff, all right?
What? No, I like to come in mid-sentence like that. Hey
I could be
Kimber.
picking my nose or something. Jesus.
Hey there, Jason Finch. And let's see who else is here. Jared is here. Hey there, Jared, Crazy Indian. Namaste.
Is he back?
All right. So, hello everyone to another edition of Donny Cho Says Stuff. I am your host, Donny Cho, and tonight is a special edition because, as some of you or all of you may know, I do another not sideshow for me. Well, I guess for me it's a sideshow because this is my main show,
We're
right?
just a
This is the
sideshow.
main
It's all
show, but
right.
then the
It's all
spin-off,
right.
but the spin-off / crossover show on Wednesdays is Paranormal Show and Tell. And
That's right.
with my esteemed colleagues here, Brandy and Randy. And then, oh, hey, it's Blue Crossroads. I haven't seen that dude in a while. What's up, dude? I like that guy. And there's Amy Creel. Hey, Amy. And then Paranormal Paul, who should be on his way here soon. He is also, it's the four of us. We're a foursome. And we're a force. That's what we are. Paranormal force.
Paranormal force.
Yeah, and on Wednesdays, I don't know, Brandy. Do you want to just fill people in? Those who are unfamiliar with our show on Wednesdays, what it's
Oh,
about?
yeah. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's airing on the Blondes and Booze channel, so you can catch it there Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 7 p.m. Central. Um, I kind of got I guess the idea from a show that Randy and I do on Sundays called Truth or Tinfoil. It's
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m. Sundays, and it's about like we take evidence that is presented to us on YouTube and on like Google or TikTok, and then we just analyze it to see what we think that if it's a truthful piece of evidence or if it's we should have our tinfoil hats on. Or sometimes we're on the fence,
Yeah.
sometimes we're not. So I wanted to take a show and put in an idea of why don't we deep dive into these stories? I mean, we've seen the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
we can't determine whether they're real or fake. So we're taking a deep dive into these stories and uncovering things that a lot of people didn't know. Um, eh, it's kind of like when Donnie came across with that Amityville show, and I mean, let me tell you, I learned a thing
Oh
or
yeah.
two that I didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't dive into the Lutz family, the one that all the ghost stuff happened to. We dove into the Defoe family, which is the family that supposedly created all of this, stuff going on in the home. So it was a fantastic show. So I decided, hey, why don't we get the four of us together and just start talking about it? And oh gosh, we got to quit talking about Paul now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
quit talking about Paul.
Sorry.
So
It's
and
okay.
just and we're all so different. That if we put our 2 cents into it, I thought it would be a great show. And you know what? It's turning out to be a very interesting show. You get
Yeah.
so many different views of what's going on that it's fantastic, I think.
Mhm.
And I like that how it's in the middle of the week. We each have our own respective shows.
Mhm.
Randy's got Truth or Tinfoil that he does with Brandy. You two do together. Paranormal
Mhm.
Paul's got his show that he just got done with
Mhm.
Krista just like
Mhm.
minutes ago.
Being late
Right.
as usual. What the heck?
Yeah.
I had to pee, and
Right.
I didn't think that would be good to do on live TV, on live YouTube.
Well,
You forgot this is Donnie's show.
we
Donnie's
can only
channel.
That's
see
why I
We got
got
from
that
this.
here.
like here up. We would have never known except for the sound.
Well,
There's that.
and I could always
Oh, he did that on purpose.
I mean, it
He
might
did.
look like
Did
it
you
might
see
look
him?
funny if I'm sitting like this for a little bit.
Okay. So tonight I figured we do kind of like an impromptu version of what we do on Wednesdays, the Paranormal Show and Tell, except this time it's called the Paranormal Show and Tell. Get it?
I do.
Get
I
it?
do. I like
Wordplay.
it.
Oh, damn.
I like it. I like it.
Dropped a little wordplay there. Anyway, so it's basically going to be the same thing we do on Wednesdays for those of you who are unfamiliar with our Wednesday shows. However, there's going to be a little bit of a Donny Cho slant to it. And no, I did not just use the word slant because I'm Asian. I'm just saying that's
I
just the
wasn't gonna go
flavor
there,
of the
but-
show. So, okay. So, guys, paranormal topic that I've prepared tonight that we will discuss. You know how Amityville was one of the most famous paranormal incidences, events?
Oh my God, he looks
Right?
like Bubba Ray Dudley. Sorry.
Oh, he really does. He really does.
I don't have anything. I don't have any glasses or anything. I feel left out.
Well, go let your eyes go bad like ours, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley is one of my favorite wrestlers, the Dudley Boys. That's my favorite tag team, actually.
They're one of mine, actually.
Yeah.
They were great. So anyway, sorry.
So,
it was
So tonight,
it ain't working.
you know, we discussed Amityville, one of the most famous haunting situations there were in all of recorded history, modern recorded history. But another one across the pond, as they say, is the Enfield haunting. You guys are familiar with that one, right? Back in 1977, this is the original house over in Enfield in London, 284 Green Street. This is the house where the famous incidences took place.
This was that
before-
poltergeist bit, right?
Yeah. And before we get into the meat of and potatoes of those events, guys, I don't know. Why don't you share with us some of your impressions and, you know, how familiar you are with that incident? And
I'm not. So
you know,
Well, for me, I'm not. I hate to say that I'm not, because I concentrate more on U.S.
Mhm.
Since I travel a lot to these locations and things like that. I concentrate more on the U.S. So I'm not. Once you probably tell me the story, I'll remember. But I don't want to lie here and say that I'm familiar.
okay. Well,
I'm not
if I
mistaken,
bring up, go ahead, Randy.
If I'm not mistaken, though, this was the basis of the second Conjuring movie.
Yeah.
This was that house
Yeah.
in the second. Remember, they were over in England and all the poltergeist activity that was going on.
Mhm.
That's what this was the basis of.
It was like
Okay.
the most
Okay.
famous, one of the most famous poltergeist cases. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're familiar with this photo.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So the way it went down was that in 1977 in Enfield, which is like a district or neighborhood in London, London burbs, pretty much. It's 284 Green Street. It's a pretty modest working class house, right? At the home was a single mother, Peggy, Janet, Margaret, it's the older sister, Johnny's the brother, Janet's the younger sister. Most of the haunting activity kind of centered around Janet and Margaret. Apparently, Peggy had another adult child who didn't live in the household at the time, single mother. And in 1977, for 18 months, the kids and the family, the mother, they were experiencing poltergeist activity. Started off with furniture being sliding around the rooms, people being scratched and pushed around, and eventually got the attention of national media. People started showing up. I never saw the second Conjuring movie though. So
Yeah, like I said, I think it was roughly based. I don't even know if they used the Enfield name in it or not, but it was based out of London because they went over to investigate it in London. Ed and Lorraine Warren at the time, and this was about 78, 79, if I'm not mistaken, of what the time setting for the movie was. But obviously, Enfield was actually in 79, if I'm not mistaken, anyway. But yeah, that picture of the girl. Now, that picture of the girl that you had there, that's been argued. What, 40 years now?
Yeah, you guys are familiar with this, right?
That's
Yeah,
been
I'm-
almost
I'm-
40 years.
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time with it too. Because when I'm looking at that picture, of her in midair, you would think that if she jumped off the bed, there would be like messed up blankets there or sheet on the corner of some sort.
Exactly.
But it looks like
Yeah.
it's neatly made. It just looks like she is being lifted. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
I mean, on that bed, it doesn't
because
even look
like I
like
said,
it was being laid in or used.
Barely. I mean, if it
Right.
did, she would have come right out from under the covers there.
Right. Like I said, you would see something messed up with the blankets or something where she would have jumped to get that type of height. Definitely.
Yeah, I
Now-
mean, she would have had to jump from the floor. You know, she'd had to jump from the floor, and I
Well,
don't know.
well
if she
here's the
had or not.
thing, though. Like, this is 1977 camera technology.
Yep.
Looking at that photo, all the details are very clear, right? Which means this is a pretty fast camera.
Yeah,
If she's up in the air jumping, there would be like motion blur, right? She would be blurry.
Yeah.
You would have thought so, yes. Unless they had some serious high speed shutter speed film, you know, like you used to have the Kodachrome 400 and 600. The higher you went, you know, the better, you know, blur or the better shutter speed you could go with. But my thing is, though, look at those kids in the other bed.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
They're reacting to that. It looks like to me.
Starsky Hutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and I hate to say this, but look at the house itself. And I don't care that it was way back when.
Yeah.
The house itself does not look like it is like the people could afford a camera like that, is what I'm trying to say.
Like
No.
this house? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty working class. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
although
It
it's-
doesn't seem like they could catch a picture like that. I mean, it would have a lot.
I don't
of
know
blur.
though, because she was a single mom, working class mom, and here's a picture of her during the investigation. She's freaking out. Dude, these guys in the background, they're paranormal investigators.
Yep.
And she's freaking out because apparently a brick had hit the window and she got startled.
Yep.
Here's another instance of Janet.
Yep. The one that was being levitated or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, being attacked, and that's the investigator being like, "Let me
And
investigate this."
If I'm not mistaken, those investigators were the ones that called Ed and Lorraine too.
Yeah, there was a lot of. Oh, what happened there?
I just thought I heard knocking.
Oh shoot!
I heard
something.
I heard it.
I don't know where
Well,
it came
it's
from.
About 12 minutes.
12:15.
12:15. Got it. Well, I don't know why I'm saying I don't have access to this, so this is all on.
I mean,
It'd be on Donnie.
my son's in the other room over there, so it might have been him. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you were home alone. I was like, oh no.
No, they're
like
back
a bang.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like a bang of some sort, like a door slamming or something.
I heard
like
3 knocks.
I only heard one.
You heard 3 knocks?
I heard one bang.
Did you hear it again right then?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's going to be on you to ask your son if he knocked on the wall or something.
Did you hear 2 or did you? I just heard one bang. That's all I heard. So.
I heard one loud one.
That's
I heard
what I
one.
heard. Yeah.
He might have closed because I share a wall here with his room. He might have closed his. He just got out of the shower, so he might have closed his
door. Okay. As long as we have an explanation.
That didn't sound like a closet door closed.
Well, why don't you take off your headphones, walk over there, and ask him if he just did that. That way we can clear it up. We're on air. We're live.
Yeah, I'm getting anxiety now, guys.
I did that. I did that.
Oh,
okay. Hang on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's best to clear it up on air, debunk it if it needs to be debunked, you know.
I think it was loud.
So,
I mean, I heard it.
Yeah, and plus we're talking about poltergeist activity, you know. They might be listening.
So here we are.
They might be getting up on Paul's crib and being like, yo, this dude's talking about our business. We're going to have to make ourselves known. And then
Right. It was like last night I heard something like a step or two on my roof last night during the show, but it was kind of like I knew the wind was blowing, and sometimes the house will make that kind of a sound. So I kind of just said, well, we're just going to throw that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So my wife is downstairs in the kitchen, which is right below where the room that I'm in right here. She's making a frozen strawberry pie.
Oh, okay.
And she was, I
Chopping.
guess, whipping it or something and beating the beaters. So
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know.
At least that's what the spirits want you to believe.
Yeah,
it's my favorite pie, so I hope it's right. But as soon as I opened the door here, I heard the exact.
That knocking sound went from bad news to good news.
Really good news.
Yeah.
Is it a strawberry rhubarb?
No, it's a frozen strawberry pie.
I've never had a
Frozen
strawberry pie
strawberry.
before.
Oh, good God, it's so fantastic. My mom used to make this for me for years on my birthday, and after Mom died, my wife has kind of taken over it, and no one else eats it, so I don't allow them to eat it. So
Mm.
It's like I don't allow it.
It sounds like me with
Not
a
that
lemon
they
meringue.
yeah, ooh, that sounds good.
Okay, so anyway, let's get
Anyway,
back to topic.
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all making me hungry.
So
Stop
I
it.
mean,
Lemon meringue.
I don't know.
lemon
There's
meringue,
like,
lemon
if
meringue.
you read into this whole case, it sounds like there's a lot of fuckery going on. Like
Yeah.
people were kind of blaming like Janet and Margaret for kind of instigating the whole thing or pranking
Yes.
everybody. But it seems like a
Yes.
kind of a long way to like, get the media involved and get paranormal investigators over. And for what benefit, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, they didn't make anything out of it, from what I understand.
No, I don't think so.
I
Oh,
don't-
yeah.
I
Diane
mean,
says strawberry pies are amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Kim, I don't share.
Well, I
sorry.
mean, there were some other pictures taken from, the house in Rhode Island too, and that were somewhat similar.
Yeah.
So I guess people were kind of comparing the two, and they're like, "Oh, okay, so it's happening here and it's happening there, and it's almost the same scenario.
Hmm.
It's the girls in the bedroom. You know what I mean? It's the girls in the bedroom."
Yeah.
So
Go back to that picture where the girl was levitating. Why would they be taking a picture of this right at this second? Unless she was in that position for a long time.
Well, you can see her hair. Her hair is lifting up too, so it's like she's coming down.
Yeah.
So it could be on the downward fall of a jump, but I don't know that she could jump that high, first of all. And if the kids start screaming, which like it looks like the kids in the other bed are screaming and crying,
Mm-hmm.
something alerted them, and then somebody took this picture as it was happening, type thing. And this
Yeah.
may have been the picture that they kept.
Well,
out of
no,
I'm sure this was way before security cameras and stuff.
Oh yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
This is film. This is film.
No, this was actually taken by one of the paranormal investigators. Apparently, they had been like staying in their room just to like watch to see what happens, because apparently the activity had gotten so frequent and so brazen that it was enough for them to just sit there in the room and wait for something to happen.
is that picture on an overlay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
'Cause
do
I was
everything by
wondering if
overlay.
Yeah, if we could bring it up and zoom in on the other kids, I would like to see
Oh.
exactly what their expressions are in that photo. I mean, because it's interesting. It's
Yeah,
interesting because we see her, she looks absolutely terrified. But it looks like the one child or the girl is putting her hands over the face, but I can't see the expression on the little boy. And that is the one that, that I would really like to see what.
Donnie,
The
can
one
you
that's
send that
against
to
the
us
wall?
in the group chat, and either Randy or I could?
Yeah, we can bring
download
it up and zoom in on it. Yeah.
Oh, but can you screen share?
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
mine?
we can't. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
actually I can. Yeah, I can.
No,
We
you
screen
can.
share. Look down under present. We can share
Yeah.
share screen.
Sure.
Share screens.
Just to squeens. Yes. Let's share some squeens. Just to get a better look at it. I'm just one of those because like when I look at a picture, I don't necessarily zoom in on what it draws your attention or what people want you to see, hence the red circle.
Yeah.
I'm constantly looking around it to see what's happening around it also.
Yeah.
To see if anything else looks out of place or.
You got it, Randy,
Yeah.
or want me to get it?
Does make it everything. I'm looking right now. I was answering something else, so give me
Okay.
2 seconds.
gosh.
And
I got it right here. I got it.
you got it good.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like you're on a show,
So,
Randy.
is there anything you need me to do to set up that screen share?
No, I
I'm
got
also fighting
Oh.
about Morgan Wallen too. All right.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Hey, there's no such thing as.
I don't
country
like to
that
screen
thing.
share on I like to do everything as overlays because I don't like the possibility of accidentally showing one of my other tabs because there's compromising
gotta be
stuff
better
on
at
there.
You got to be better at it.
There's
Well,
compromising materials.
Well, it would be awkward for sure, Donnie. It would be awkward. I'm not going
Yeah.
to say it wouldn't be, but it would probably be more awkward if it was you in those compromising positions.
Oh no. No. Speaking of compromising positions, though, here's another one I found.
But oh,
It looks like she's about to do a Jimmy Snuka. But yeah.
Is that the
So-
same night, or is that the same pajamas?
I believe it is.
same.
Yep.
It's
Same
the same.
pajamas. Yep.
Yeah, because she like has socks on and it's pushed down. So was that at the beginning where it's pulling her out of the bed, perhaps?
Yeah, that looks like it's pulling her out of the bed there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
so
That's another one. Send that one too, Donnie. Send that one
Right.
too, because we're going to take a look at that too.
okay. I have
Um,
I got my screen share on, but Donnie, you have to bring that one up on the screen.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you can do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice. I'm
Yeah.
sending the other one now. It's there.
Okay, got it.
That kid looks like he's just waking up, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's just getting hit in the face with a flash, doesn't it? But why are their mouths open, screaming?
Yeah, the one kid that's holding his eyes looks like he's screaming.
Or her, whatever it is.
Yeah. Hang on.
yeah, it makes me wonder if this was, I'm pretty sure it looks like the same night that it was happening.
Well, yeah, I mean, in that first one, I mean, when she's being pulled out,
Yeah.
what looks like she's being pulled out of it, you see the pure terror on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like she is literally being jerked out of the bed to that point right there. And that, like I said, that first one, you could see the other two coming up and just reacting at first to it. And
Yeah.
the one, have you got the one to bring up? The other one to bring up?
Yeah. Let me stop sharing because, well, I don't know where exactly it is on there.
I've got it.
But
No.
but notice the covers on her bed too, right here.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
weird.
But look at the one before that and look where those
Yeah.
covers are and look how her feet are coming out from underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in right there, is to see exactly what's happening there, because her body is at a weird slant. It's like her torso is coming out first,
Exactly.
which is not normal.
Not a
if
normal
you're-
jump. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's like
Because
she's taking a full.
when you're getting ready to jump, your body is usually kind
Yeah.
of straight up and down. You're not going to jump with your chest. You're going to try to jump with your legs.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Okay.
So that doesn't make sense that it's like she's got her arms up and her chest is coming out. Her torso is coming out first.
Hmm.
So that's kind of strange to me.
So it's ready, Donnie.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
This
Yeah,
one,
see-
yeah.
See how her torso is coming out first?
Yeah.
It's kind of like she's falling versus getting ready to jump. Okay, let's zoom in on the kids in the bed and see what.
Oh, that girl looks scared.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
she
it's
looks
catching her
scared.
completely off guard. The other kid looks like he's just barely rousing up, or she is just barely rousing up to see it.
Hmm.
Well, that's the brother.
I don't know if this. I mean, this looks kind of weird to me. The arm there. It looks really long.
If that is an arm, I'm not sure what that is.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks
Well-
almost like the same material as whatever's on this arm,
Yeah, and
but it's so pixelated.
well, yeah, and you can't really
Yeah.
tell looking if he was rolled over and he's leaning, turning, and coming back over like this with his arm.
Mhm. Mhm.
So he would kind of be bringing it up further. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I don't know how big the kid is either. So,
Yeah.
but now if you look at her now. Look at her legs though, coming out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Her socks are completely up,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up over the calves.
Whoops.
Wrong one. Now where they're at.
Now they're down. But also look at the covers, though. I mean, her feet were right
Yeah.
up. Well, they're okay.
But if she's being drug out or whatever, her feet could easily catch that and pull it back a little bit, obviously.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
but it wouldn't have pulled her socks down.
I don't think the socks would have pulled down.
You know, another thing that's kind of weird. Look at the color on this.
Yeah. Different flashing, it looks like to me.
Unless the room was dark there and somehow the flash lit this up, and when they took this picture, they turned the room light on.
Or
Yeah, like if he had a side table lamp or something that he had turned on. Because if you notice this side, towards the
side
end of the
here.
bed,
Yeah, the side here, that's where the lights
yeah,
come
it's
from.
a little brighter down towards the end of the bed and on the bed that this person evidently is sitting on. So yeah, that could happen.
no. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that kind of plays well for being quote unquote drug and lifted out of the bed, but other stuff that's not quite there, not quite where it should be.
So looking into this case, right, I kind of read into like some of the phenomenon that was being reported, right?
Right.
And it was different from a regular haunting. This was more of a what they call a true poltergeist case, right?
Absolutely.
Because apparently there is a difference where there
Mhm.
weren't any, I guess, apparitions. That was the one thing that was noticeably missing. It seemed to be all stuff being moved around or stuff being impacted, right? Stuff being thrown around. But it gets you thinking into the idea of what a poltergeist is versus a regular haunting. Now, before we go into our next case, I don't know if you guys want to go around and give me your thoughts or theories on what you think is the difference between a poltergeist and a regular haunting from, like, a dead spirit or some kind of whatever entity.
Well, I guess for me, there's what you call your intellectual haunting. That's what the ghost who communicates with you, the one we see. We have the residual hauntings, which are the ones that are just caught in the same loop of time, and they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over.
Right.
Like you hear a story about the lady coming down the stairs, and she does it every other night at 4 o'clock in the morning. She comes down the stairs. That's because they're caught in that loop of time and keep coming down. They're not going to talk to you. They're not going to respond. They're not even going to acknowledge your existence because they have no idea that you're there.
Yeah.
But an intellectual haunting will know that you're there. Now, a poltergeist is a little bit more tricky. The only way that I can explain these type of hauntings is it's like it's manifested energy. It just likes to cause chaos, like a jokester. They're not communicating with you. They just want to cause havoc. They want to just, make you miserable by moving stuff, throwing stuff, getting into stuff, terrorizing you. That is their whole ball game. That's what they like to do. And that's my explanation of it.
I'm kind of with that.
Yeah.
That they thrive on your reaction, fear / whatever emotion they can get out of you.
Yeah, they're not communicating with you. You're not communicating with them. That's why I say it's a manifestation of energy that just goes a little bit crazy. It just wants to, like.
And I still say they're human spirits too. I mean, I don't think they're an entity of any kind. I think they're human spirits still.
More like tormenting
possible.
you, right?
I mean, it's possible. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's just personal opinion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Donnie, with you talking about the scratching and things like that, that makes me lean towards what Randy's saying. That it could have been, an entity of some sort that is intellectual because it is out there and it is scratching.
Yeah.
A lot of poltergeist activity that I know of is just, like I said, moving stuff around, knocking stuff, opening the cabinet doors, throwing stuff out of the drawers, stuff like that. But it's never, I guess, been scratching people and things like that. I've only, but that's me. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I've never heard of that malicious intent.
Yeah.
I always associated with poltergeist with moving things, opening doors, like Randy said.
Right.
And then hauntings would just be, the crazy moans or
Yeah. It's either residual or intellectual. Yeah.
Well, now Mike said something down there. He kind of got it right there.
Which one?
Stacking chairs on top of one another. You know, I'm like,
There you
you
go.
walk
He's like,
into
that
that.
shit's scary.
If I'm
Mhm.
not mistaken, that infield was the one where they got that picture of all that kitchen furniture stacked on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw a picture in there of like overturned chairs and stuff, but
Yeah.
those are photos of a chair being turned over. That could have been anything.
Yeah.
I like, I used to be a big fan of Dead Files. That was one of the
Mhm.
first shows I got into when I got into the whole
Yep.
paranormal thing.
Mhm.
I like Amy Allen's kind of explanation for what the difference is between poltergeists and regular ghosts.
Okay.
Is that poltergeists they're different because they're more like psychic manifestations or tulpas run amok. Whereas a ghost is like, the spirit or the remaining consciousness of a deceased individual. Whereas a poltergeist could potentially be generated by a living agent, a living person.
Manifested energy. Yeah.
With
Okay.
psychic abilities, who has
Yeah.
either mental illness or trauma, and who's unwittingly and unknowingly letting their psychic abilities run amok to the point where it's actually creating physical events, like
Right.
things being thrown around.
Yes. Yes. That. Yeah.
Like a
That's it.
telekinesis
That's it
almost.
in a nutshell. That's exactly what I said. It's a manifestation of energy. Now,
Right.
depending on who manifested it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whereas a ghost is like sort of like that, but not. That's why they seem like they're different flavors almost, right? Of
Mhm.
activity.
Mhm.
Now, this reminds me of another very famous poltergeist activity that I came across that I bore witness to that I wanted to share with you guys. And it's a similar instance where someone was being levitated and they're in like abject fear. But this one I have a harder time explaining. I don't know,
What
guys.
the heck?
That is.
I mean, there's Brock Lesnar, right? He's like
Yeah.
floating in the air.
Floating,
How? What's
That's
he?
a big guy.
Yeah. How's he doing that? Did he jump on that one?
I don't know. I mean,
I
the
don't know.
commentators were saying like, yeah, this guy named John Cena is lifting him in the air, but I don't see him. To me, I see a man just being levitated.
I
You
see
know,
He's levitated on his own.
with my abilities, I am seeing him.
You can see him?
I can
What?
see him, and it's
See
like
who?
he's screaming out in fear.
Who is?
I mean, look at this. Okay, look at Brock Lesnar's face, right? Compared that to the little girl. Is this the
Yeah.
same phenomenon?
I'm telling you, dude.
No. It looks more like John Cena's face.
He
That
looks like he's
more like John
pooping, though.
Cena's face.
I mean,
He
he
looks
looks
like he's pooping.
terrified.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's got him. Look at his face. He doesn't know what's got him.
I mean, how do you explain this, guys? How?
I can
He's
see him.
scared that he's getting.
I can feel his vibration. He's there. I can
I bet
see
you
his
could.
aura.
Uh-huh.
I can see his aura. He's terrified.
I mean, if we look very carefully, right? This is in front of a lot of people. This is like a major event with people in the audience.
Yeah.
And then during this one event, this Brock Lesnar individual, he just starts floating in the air. He's looking absolutely terrified. People are screaming and cheering. And, there's been other phenomena going on in the WWE. Now, at first I thought, okay, well, WWE, it's a show. It's entertainment. So maybe they're using some kind of trickery or special effects, right?
I don't.
But
see
then
any
there was
wires,
another
though.
instance. Wait a minute. If we have two people, one on
How are
top of
they
each other,
floating? What?
What the
I mean,
heck?
look, the referee's even astonished
Yeah.
by this.
and
He's
we
like,
can
"What the
rule
heck
out
is going on?"
strings.
Yeah, there's no way. I've seen Big Show. Big Show's a
That
big
guy's
guy.
like
There's
500
no way.
pounds.
Exactly. It would destroy him just to be up there like that on strings.
And look at all the people in the background just watching. Now, this is a poltergeist paranormal activity that's happening in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Live on TV in the WWE.
Don't you think that you would be seeing them running though? Shouldn't they be running? Because there's always those ones that run. Why are they not running?
I don't know.
Or are they just sitting there watching it?
Because it's a still picture.
And like I said earlier about the Enfield haunting, right? It doesn't look blurry. There's no motion blur or anything. I mean, Brock Lesnar was just floating there for seconds.
That's 20, 40 years after the fact too. You know that's high speed cameras, so they ain't gonna be no motion blur at all on that. He's got to be just floating there. And it probably came from a video.
Okay, so it's one thing to be lifting a girl who's like what, 90, 80 pounds, but to be lifting, this has got to be like 800 pounds of man flesh right here, just being.
Yeah, well, about 7 for sure. Him 5 and Edge up there. Edge is probably at least 245.
You know,
second picture's got me. I don't know why they're levitating. Got me all kind of crazy, I guess.
Do you have your tinfoil hats?
I don't. Never go anywhere without it. Come on now.
Now, I think the WWE has been a hotbed for paranormal activity for quite a long time.
Yeah, why do you think we got these on? So they don't get in our brains no more.
And this is what one of the contributions Randy and I mean to bring to the paranormal community is that those concepts of that stuff manifesting in the world of wrestling is not being explored enough by paranormal researchers and enthusiasts.
Not even close.
And we mean to bring those ideas into the fold, into the paranormal fold. Like, okay, earlier.
Said, I got a question real quick because I got in trouble one time. I was at Station 4 Bliss, and we had the wrestlers were coming in for a show there, right, at El Paso. I kind of got a little bit in trouble when I sprinkled holy water on the Undertaker. He didn't like it too well.
You sprinkle holy water on him?
Well, I threw it at him, but that's about it. So, yeah. He didn't like it too much. I don't know why.
That is sacrilegious, man.
I was trying to make sure he was not, I was trying to help him. I was trying to help him is what I was doing.
Look at that. That is so sacrilegious. It's so sacrilegious that Paul grew hair.
I don't have a tinfoil hat, so this is the best I can do right now.
Yeah, because he won't go out and spend his $4 and get one.
Get a blonde wig.
$4? Boy, I
mean, there's all this.
Up for these hats.
I mean, if you want to get designer, I mean, if you want to get the Reynolds, if you want to get the Reynolds, it's about $4.
Is that heavy duty or is that?
Yes, this one's heavy duty.
Hey, we did in Alabama 2 years ago. We did put Texas cowboy hat. We did do a cowboy hat. He got a little bit perturbed about it. Wouldn't let me actually wear it there or leave it on the table or anything. It had to be out of his sight for some reason. He didn't like it. So that tells me now we know what Tex likes to be.
Yeah, I did a whole cowboy hat in tinfoil.
Yeah, and he wouldn't let me wear it.
No.
And for those of you who question whether or not the WWE has paranormal and cryptid activity, it's got it all. I mean, look at this, guys. Okay, you ready? Giant Gonzalez.
Crap.
Look at him. What is he at the end of the day? If you take a razor to Bigfoot,
yeah,
there you go.
All day long.
There you fucking go. There it is. I've always wondered. People have always asked, what does a shaved Bigfoot look like?
That's him.
There it is.
Our questions have been answered, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get a DNA sample out of him before they buried him?
They should have.
I think would have taken care of everything right there.
Yeah. I mean, we even have Dogman activity in the WWE. You don't believe me?
Yep. All day long.
Oh, absolutely.
Dogman activity, guys.
But to be honest, it has been many years since that Dogman activity has been documented.
I mean, it's proof positive that the Dogman activity does extend to the UK, just like poltergeist activity.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
We have here the British Bulldog and the Junkyard Dog, 2 dogmen. I mean, how do you explain that, guys? Why don't more people in the paranormal community talk about this?
You're the one.
They're scared of ants.
Yeah. I think it's because I think it's because those people in WWE are just reluctant to talk about their experiences. think
I
that's
think they
what's
are.
happening.
I think they are. I'm with you on that.
That's why we don't talk
I
about it.
agree.
We can't. We just can't get any information from them, and they won't let us in on the inside.
Well, and I can understand why other people may not want to ask, because there's been a couple of people that asked the stupid questions of the guys in the locker room, and they got the what smacked out of them. So yeah, I can understand why I wouldn't ask a whole lot of questions of those guys.
I mean, we even have extraterrestrial activity, guys.
Yep.
Look,
Okay.
Bob Lazar even is like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Stardust.
Oh,
We got extraterrestrials.
I don't even know what to do with that.
I bet I know one that you did not even think about. The Birdmen. You haven't gotten any of the Birdmen or anything on there, have you?
We got Thunderbirds too.
Oh, but
my
it was
That's
We
happening.
have vampires. We had vampires.
they had vampires, a
Oh.
full brood of vampires.
Oh my goodness. You know what though? On a serious note,
Mhm.
Wait, this isn't
when we're
serious?
investigating, especially like theaters, hospitals, asylums, things like that where people had high emotions. Can you imagine some of these places where these wrestling venues have gone on?
Yeah.
That the people who have now passed,
Oh,
do you think that
so all
do you think
joking
so-
aside, no, there's stories.
Oh yeah.
I've been collecting
It-
stories.
I
We need to
figured
do
there
it.
would be,
We need to do a show just
because
on that.
there are high emotions, from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine and it could be some of the spectators, it could be some of the wrestlers that have passed, it could have been, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them in the ring. Some of them died in the ring.
In the ring.
Those areas
In the
would
ring.
just have all sorts of energy, you would think.
But just
what do
imagine.
they do? Do they keep using that ring, the same ring? Do they keep,
Oh, yeah.
They keep
Oh, yeah.
using it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
not gonna, they're not going to change it just because something happened on
Yeah,
it.
they have entire crews where it's all their job is just to tear the ring down, put it into trucks, drive to the next town, set it back up. Because the stadiums, those venues, they don't keep that stuff. No, WWE.
no, they don't. But
yeah,
but I just meant, wouldn't they? Okay,
Change
so
the
wouldn't
mat
that
and the
be
padding and
interesting?
stuff.
Wouldn't that be
Mhm.
interesting to find out, or find one of these rings that they were using and sit around and investigate it in a venue one night?
Mm.
So I mean, those are
Wouldn't
going to be
that be
really
something?
those are going to be really big venues. But just think about the olden days of wrestling,
Oh yeah.
where they were in like really small venues where it was just the ring and maybe just a few fans.
The old
Right,
territory
but I
Yeah.
don't even care if it's a big venue. I will sit there around a ring and turn on,
Just watch it.
some wrestling and see what we get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be really cool,
Yeah.
especially there's some of them out there. Every once in a while, I'll watch the WWE's little thing where they go out and try and find artifacts and stuff from the past, their collector series and stuff. I forget which one it was, but there was one of them that actually had the ring. I want to say it was Iron Sheik, but I don't think it was. But had the ring that they won the WWE title / WWF back then when it happened. He kept the ring in his backyard that he wanted in. He kept it. So it was still in his place after he died. And I cannot remember. I don't think it was Iron Sheik, though. I think it was somebody else. But they were
Yeah.
trying to get it
I
to
mean-
bring it back to the museums, but that
I
didn't
mean,
happen.
we could recreate some wrestling scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Well,
I mean,
don't
it's
want
got
to do
all
that
sorts
because-
of activity. There's the occult stuff with the ministry. Remember the ministry? Occult
Oh, yeah,
activity.
Ministry of Darkness. Yeah.
We had the Undertaker, who's basically a ghost.
Yeah.
We had voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
They would do
Papa
voodoo in the
Shango.
ring. Papa
You do
Shango.
voodoo?
Yep.
I mean,
We can do
guys,
it.
we even got Fey activity into WWE.
I remember
Oh,
that.
there
Good Lord.
it is.
Oh my God, I forgot all about
Fey
that one.
activity.
That one caught me off guard. I feel for that poor guy. I really do.
I don't know. Well, Donnie, I would like to hear the stories that you are collecting on, hauntings of wrestling venues.
Oh yeah,
I would love to hear that.
I've also been collecting paranormal K-pop stories, and boy,
Oh,
howdy,
Lord.
have I got some gems.
Okay.
But those are for Jason. Jason's got to listen to them.
Oh, it's not going to be on Wednesday. I'm not going to bring paranormal K-pop. That's not going to be a topic. No.
No,
No.
I don't.
Is this? Am I being vetoed here?
I think so. I think everybody's looking
man.
down because they don't want to tell you no.
Man, democracy sucks sometimes, guys.
I'm gonna tell you,
Seriously.
it's just because I straight out hate K-pop, so
Hey.
it is what it is.
Well, we do have some good stuff coming up. Donnie, you have a lot of great ideas, and we're gonna start taking a look at them.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a live investigation of a wrestling rink, like you said.
Oh,
Yes.
the ring that Owen Hart died on. If you get your hands on that, yeah.
Oh, good Lord!
Exactly.
I bet it got destroyed.
Even if it might still be in the wrestling circuit, still, you don't know. I mean, I'm
No,
sure
you don't.
somebody knows, and I'm sure that they don't tell anybody because that would bring a lot of stigma. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not wrestling on that. I'm not wrestling on that mat. And I can see that happening because I wouldn't want to do it.
No,
That'd be
one
some
bit.
bad mojo.
And there's so
No.
many wrestlers who died way too early and way too tragically. I mean, wrestling is just a litany of those stories.
Is there a wrestling, like WWE type wrestling Hall of Fame or anything like that?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
WWE has theirs.
WWE Hall of Fame, and then different publications like Pro Wrestling
Pro
Insider
Wrestling
and them. Yeah,
Illustrated,
Pro Wrestling
them
Illustrated, and
The most prominent one outside of WWE would be what's called the Cauliflower Alley Club. They have all the old timers and all the legit shooters from back in the day, like when Luthez was still going around and as the NWA world champion. And you talk about who's the guy, Danny Hodges out of Oklahoma. He was a straight out shooter too. I mean, there was.
By the way, shooter for you non-wrestling folks means someone who actually fights.
And this is what I got to deal with.
Yeah.
He made his way in here. He made his way in here and make sure that I had to hold him for a while.
I had two cats that looked just like that.
This sucker's long-haired tuxedo, and I want to throw him against the wall half the time.
Oh, no, you don't.
And now he wants to love on me because of it.
Yeah.
If I sit there and hold him, he bites me. Look at this. If I sit there and hold him,
he doesn't want to portray himself as like the tender-hearted guy. So he's like, I just want to throw it across the room and hit the wall all the time.
Here he comes.
When he's actually like, I hold
again.
this cat like 90% of the time I'm home. I'm just saying.
Does that cat sit on your lap in the bathroom too?
He's tried.
Asking for a friend.
I don't have regular doorknobs. I'll give you one guess as who figured out how to open and close doors.
Okay.
It weighs 30 pounds.
Right.
See, my dog doesn't try to get into the bathroom when I do my business, but I will keep the door open so that he can stand. Like he'll sit there in front of the bathroom door, like looking into the bathroom and just stare at me.
He's guarding.
And I like for him to watch.
This one will lay out in front of me. I don't want him to watch anymore.
And we will make eye contact.
Because my bathroom is attached to the way it's set up is you can go to the bedroom and then go to the closet. I think my dogs wait till I'm in a position where I can't get up. So then they go into the bathroom, they get into the closet, and then they start tearing things up when they know I can't get up. And as soon as they hear me getting up, then they start running.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My dogs do that too.
What kind of dogs do you have, Brandy, again?
I have, they're very old men now, but I have two miniature wiener dogs.
Yeah. Oh, you got wiener dogs.
I got two wiener dogs. Yeah.
Stop clawing on me.
Yeah.
I'm a scratching post now.
Yeah, they're, I'm trying to think of how old they are. They're 11, so they're 77 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like what Blue Crossroads says.
Yeah,
I think wrestling rings are actually portals that manifest metal folding chairs under them.
Or hey, it could be a ladder.
Table,
Don't forget the ladders.
Yep.
I've seen those manifest.
Yep.
And why
Okay.
there would be a ladder, I don't know.
So, speaking of democracy sucking, this next portion of the show is I'm going to share all of the memes that I tried to do because we have a section on our show, on the Paranormal Show and Tell, called Donny Cho's Meme of the Week.
Oh, we need the intro music for that.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I make sure
Well,
you're
do
squared
it.
away.
You know, Donny Cho, meme of the week.
And these are going to be all the memes that were voted down by my compatriots here because we
voted?
have a weekly meme time and I try to show these memes to them and they've all been voted down. And why have they been voted down? Because democracy can really suck sometimes. It can really blow.
It does.
It does.
It does.
So this is going to be the portion of the show where I show some of the memes where they got rejected and or memes that I know wouldn't be allowed. I couldn't show on Wednesday, so I don't even bother asking. Okay, but here's my favorite
It
one
would be
personally.
allowed.
Okay. Actually, let me show you the very first meme I ever made. It's also one of my favorites. This is when I first started figuring out like the meme making app on my phone. And I
Right.
started playing with it. And I was like, oh, I can make my own memes. And the first meme I ever made. Boob spiders. They lurk in dresses. They lurk in bras. Sophia Loren knows. Look at how she's looking at Jane Mansfield's boobs like that. She's like, there's spiders in there. I know. She
Yeah.
got boob spiders.
Wow.
I'm gonna use that.
She's
next
like,
time
I got to
get
really
caught.
work on
She's
this.
like, I know she's got spiders.
There's spiders in there.
She's nasty.
spiders.
She's got spiders. I find that funny. I'm sorry. She looking at her like
She's looking at her boobs like there's seriously a spider's about to crawl out.
I know, like she's just
She's looking
waiting,
over
like
like,
she's
"You're
like
gonna
leaning
fall out
to
of
the
that thing."
side and moving farther. Like she saw like just one of the legs pop out and she's waiting for the rest of it. So she's kind of moving back like this and looking down.
By the way, we got to one of these days. I've always said we got to do a paranormal show on Jane Mansfield because there's a lot of paranormal shit about the way she died.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And all the
Yeah.
rumors about her haunting the home.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's some crazy stuff.
Well, maybe we need to bring that up on Paranormal Show and Tell. You know that could be definitely one because there is a lot of weird stuff behind that story.
There is. And then
You know,
the accounts afterwards.
Which we can throw in Princess Diana in there. We can throw what was that? Princess Grace.
Wait, are there any stories or accounts of Princess Diana's ghost?
We'd
haven't
have
heard
to
any.
look, but I'm
Very
sure.
interesting. I'm sure there is.
I'm sure. I mean, we'd have to check the tunnel there, because I know where the tunnel is. It's right off the Rhine River there, and
So,
I
I got an
can
idea.
see it. I just can't remember the name of the
I
tunnel.
got an idea. We do a live show from that tunnel.
We'd have to go to
France?
Paris. We'd have to go to Paris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'd
well,
have
they
to go
in
to
Paris, right?
France. I don't
Can
want to go
someone
to France.
pay for 4 of us to go to Paris?
Man, you know what? I'm going to say something a little controversial,
it's
but
for
I'm going to say it.
research.
I'm going to say it anyway because it's my show. But man, fuck French people.
Thank you. That's what I wanted
Hey.
to say.
Well,
I ain't
Hey,
going.
I'm going to say this. I've
Do
been
whatever you
to
want
France
there.
so many times. I can be your tour guide.
Yeah.
Nope, not happening. Now, if you want to go into Germany, we go into the Rhineland and Munich. We talking then. Don't be shaking your head at me. There's a lot better beer in Germany than daggum France. France
Yeah,
got
but
wine.
they have some good wine. Man.
They ain't got that good of wine.
Yeah, they do. But of course, Germany does too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
See, I
you know
don't think there are any ghost stories of Princess Diana because my own theory is that she actually reincarnated as a K-pop star.
She may have. Is there one out there that's like super nice and shy,
No.
but has like a good heart?
There is
No.
there is an actual theory going around on the internet, serious theory, like conspiracy theory, that Princess Diana actually reincarnated as a K-pop star.
Hey,
Okay,
on that
okay.
note-
Let me explain a bit. Okay,
Wait a
so
sec.
this is the picture of them side by side. This is a thumbnail I was working on because I was about to do this for a show. The most bizarre conspiracy theory ever about how Princess Diana reincarnated as Jungkook from BTS.
Oh dear God!
Now here's the thing. Now here's where it's got legs. Okay, number one, Jungkook was literally born like 3 hours after she died.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at his birthday, and that's the main point with all these K-pop conspiracy people, is that he was like literally 3 hours after she died. It was like September like 1997. I forgot which day, but I looked it up. I was like, God damn, he really was born 3 hours after she died.
Wow.
Another thing
Well,
is Princess Diana always dreamed about being a singer and a dancer. Jungkook from BTS is a singer and a dancer. And if you look at their faces side by side, like if you took Princess Diana and turned her into an Asian man, then yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, so
The teeth are totally different.
well, no, I mean, we've got to think about this. It just depends on what your theory is or what you believe about how you get your soul. A lot of people believe that you get your soul at conception. That's when your soul is retrieved at conception.
Yeah.
Others believe that you don't get your soul until you're born. So you could be right, Donnie. You could be right.
No, I'm serious though. He was literally born like 3 hours after she died.
That's what I mean. You could be right. She may have received her soul if that's the way things work, but I don't know.
I got a meme for that.
Okay.
I got a meme for that.
Uh-oh. Should I do the ad screen? There we go.
Go ahead.
Godzilla had a stroke trying to read this and fucking died.
Thank you.
Oh, I accidentally removed Brandy. Hold on, let me move her. I was closing that thing. I accidentally removed. I'm sorry, Brandy. No, we're good now.
It's okay. I didn't care about that. I mean, I was already shaking my head and tried to hide my face anyway. You just did me a favor.
What? It was perfect.
Okay. Speaking of reincarnation, I did make a reincarnation meme that I personally enjoyed very much, and I didn't ask you guys about this one because I know this one wouldn't be allowed, but I just wanted to share it because I was personally very proud of this one. It's called Reincarnation Sucks Sometimes, and you see that the way the kid's just looking at that baby all pissed off. And it's like reincarnation sucks sometimes. Like when your shitty neighbor from your medieval village shows up and the kid's like, Gunthar the pig fucker, that son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Gunthar the pig fucker reincarnated his little brother in the modern world. And he's all like, no, man, reincarnation does suck sometimes.
But I do love the one that, the YMCA one. I do love the
that was
YMCA
a good one.
Yeah.
That was like top notch, top tier there,
Now this one, I legitimately disagreed with you guys, but I was voted down. But I thought this was like family appropriate because all it just says is butt. Every UFO, well, I just added that recently. Every UFO nerd's wet dream. It's called butt stuff. What does Neil deGrasse Tyson say? He's like, I was wrong. UFOs are real, right? Because that's what everyone wants to see at the end of the day. The way he talked trash about UFO phenomena on the Joe Rogan podcast, the way he was so dismissive of the UAP videos. So who do you want to see get his ass abducted by aliens? Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I want to see his ass get tractor beamed up into this spaceship. And he's like, I was wrong. UFOs are real. And then the alien's like, ooh, I'm going to have fun with this one. And then during the investigation, Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, no, but I pooped from there.
All I got to say is he caused me to not have Pluto as a daggum planet. He can kiss my butt.
Well, and I have to say why we turn that down because of the word butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
If you could have made it a little bit more to the imagination versus saying it outright, I probably would have let it pass because that guy is, you're right. He's the first and foremost one that needs to be abducted and have the anal probe.
So if he would have
Yes.
said Heine matter, would that be better?
Heiny stuff.
That
Yeah.
would have. Oh man, I don't know if I would have been cool with.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have. I don't know. It wouldn't have had the same impact.
It probably wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't have. But like
Yeah.
I
But
said,
it would have gotten allowed. It would have been allowed.
that guy does need the anal probe. I am not going to say he doesn't because he does.
Yeah, trying to deny our UAP phenomena. Screw
I
that
know.
guy.
Hey,
It's
if
like,
he starts
then
pulling a
you
Cartman, it's
explain
on
it.
you.
Yeah.
And don't tell me it's a weather balloon. Jerk. Jerk.
You will do what your
Oh,
evil
my
overlords
goodness.
tell you. Okay.
I actually like
That's
Neil deGrasse
right.
Tyson. I do listen to his podcast
Yeah.
sometimes. I actually
I do
kind of
too.
like him.
I-
Anyway,
I'm
okay,
a-
here's the
I'm a-
last one. Now, this one also got vetoed down, but then later on, Brandy, you explained why it was vetoed. And I was like, you know what? I kind of get it. So I'm not as salty about this one. But I was really proud of myself when I first made this one. Michael J. Fox, Bigfoot impersonator. Get it? Because he's blurry in all his photos. Get it? Like Bigfoot.
It is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. But then, then you have to, like I said, you have to figure out why.
Yeah.
He's always blurry.
Be like, hey,
Yeah,
Mike,
people
stop
know that.
stealing Bigfoot's shtick.
That's good.
If they ever find the
Yeah.
cure for it, I hope that he's still alive and he gets it. He's such a good guy.
Hey, Rob's in the chat. Hey, Rob.
About time. Hey,
Hey,
Rob,
Rob.
look.
Uncle Rob.
No, that's right. What was the final
Uncle
score in
Rob.
that game?
Uncle Bigfoot Rob.
Oh, Rob.
31 to
Okay, Rob.
12.
Just
31.
because this is just for Rob, because Rob is in the chat, I want to bless Rob's eyes with boob spiders.
There you go.
Yes, he needs that.
This
right
will be
now.
the next cryptid.
Yeah.
I swear to you. The next cryptid on the list to like the newest cryptid will be boob spiders. Now,
You know,
Brandy.
I'm gonna bring
I'm
that
kind
up.
of glad he
Leslie.
showed up. That means I don't have to stay up till 11 o'clock to
I mean-
show this to him later either. Though.
Right. That's true.
Now, Brandy, you are you're a woman. You know other women, and you're a mother. You have daughters. You know women.
Oh, this
Do
ain't going
women in their
nowhere.
private moments? Do they ever? Have you ever heard of any having issues with boob spiders? Are they a real phenomenon?
Not boobs, spiders per se, but nippage slippage.
Oh, the nip slip. But what
Yeah.
caused the nip slip? What could cause the nip slip?
I don't know. That's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, look at the picture, and then you tell me if you can see the problem. Look at the picture one more time. Bring it up,
Okay.
and then you'll see. It's the nippage slippage.
I see it too.
The
Trust
nippage
me, I'm trying-
slippage.
I'm trying to see it even
No.
more, but
Oh wow.
See, Sophia Loren is aware of the boob spiders. She's
Yeah.
seen boob
She's
spiders.
showing off the boob spiders.
And she's like,
Yeah.
there's a spider in there. I know it.
I know. It's like I said, it probably had one leg coming out, and she was
Yeah.
like starting to lean away from her and looking to make sure it didn't jump on her because she doesn't want boob spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could be contained. Why do you look at her top? Why do you think it's so tight to the chest like that? She's protected.
well,
It's
yeah.
so they can't get down in there.
Yeah.
Because that's nuts.
Good on you,
That-
Sophia Loren. Good on
That
you.
being said, she did let it loose a little bit in grumpier old men too, though. And at 70 years old, it was kind of pretty cool looking thing to see.
Well,
I mean-
she probably thought then, hey,
Gotta
I've lived my
rewatch
life. So what now if I get boob spiders?
I mean, Jane Mansfield, she let the boob spiders run amok, and look at what happened to her. What wound up happening to her? She lost her head.
Uh-huh.
That's what happens with boob spiders, guys.
Yeah,
Boob
Yeah.
spiders.
boob spiders. Yeah. I don't
Lord
know.
have mercy.
All right, so I guess that's enough. Well, we've gone about an hour. I think we're good. Brandy, you got another show coming on soon, right?
Yes.
2 hours.
Damn.
With
An hour.
it's late night with BMR, so make sure you tune at 11 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. In the East. And
I may be
you never
here
know
still.
what we're going
He
to talk
may
about.
be getting a earful whether he likes it or whether he don't.
Oh no.
Lord,
Here
jeez.
comes the pain.
He wants to steal the show. I see what he's doing.
Would I do something like that?
Absolutely. Look at you,
Rob,
open orange, like you're not trying to do it right now.
I hate to say this, Rob, but as an Ohio State fan, I'm not sorry.
Oh,
It's okay. We'll get
Sorry,
y'all
Rob.
later on sometime too. So.
Oh,
Paul's new. Just don't excuse him.
that was
Don't excuse
He's
him.
new.
What?
that was
He's
raw.
new. He's new.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
worry,
the fact
Rob.
he hasn't fixed it
If you're down, I think hopefully this picture of a shaved Bigfoot will cheer you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, me and Rob are big Michigan fans. So
Oh, you're a
God,
Michigan
dude.
fan too?
yeah, I was
Oh,
born
yeah,
and
that-
raised in
that-
Michigan too.
There
Oh,
you go.
Rob,
You get
I'm
some
gonna-
too.
just
then.
be quiet.
You get some too. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yep, I was born
Gotcha.
and raised in Michigan.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I will tell you that not only am I a Michigan fan, I'm also an Alabama fan. So
Oh.
did they end up winning? Last time I looked, they were ahead. So
those are my two teams, and I haven't been able to keep up with them tonight, so I don't know. But yeah, those are my two teams. So I mean, you may see me wearing Michigan stuff, you may see me wearing Alabama stuff. It just all depends on how I feel.
well, Alabama's
I
having
do
a rough
like the
time, though,
Lions.
with
I do
South
like
Florida,
the Lions.
What's that?
Alabama won.
At Bama's ahead 28-16 right now.
Yeah.
Against South Florida. So they're having a little bit of a fight with them, but they're still going to win it though.
Okay.
And in case anybody wants to know, Ohio State 56, Western Michigan 0.
Once again, who were they
Well,
playing?
that's Western Michigan. Oh my God. Paul,
like
that
that-
was not even a game you had to mention, please.
Yeah.
That's
on
like,
now.
you know, playing the local, you know,
Lions is
VFW
Sunday
club.
night.
You know what I'm saying?
That being said, I want you to look at somebody down there. Where was it? One I saw a minute ago.
Who?
I can't remember which one. Who said
Jason
it
Finch?
about Northern Illinois? Northern Illinois knocked off those hated Fighting Irish in Notre Dame.
Good for them.
16
Good
to
for them.
14.
They need to knock them off the. They need to knock them off the roost a little.
Pretty bad that the Aggies couldn't beat them, but you know what? Northern Illinois could. Have
Is
a
it Oklahoma
nice
State?
life.
Rob's like, Ohio's not even a state. That's what I say. That's what I say about Delaware. Delaware doesn't count as a state.
I thought
It
that was
doesn't.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, I thought it was Rhode
Connecticut.
Island.
Yeah.
Too.
What was
Or
Poncho? Oklahoma
Delaware.
State?
It could be
Oklahoma
any of
State
them.
won.
Really,
They won.
honestly, Donnie, it could be any of them right there
Delaware
in that
doesn't
little.
count as a state. No, it doesn't. There's
Oklahoma
nothing to
State
see
won
there.
2 overtimes.
There's nothing to do there.
Oh, wow. 39-31. Yeah.
There's two things to do in Delaware. Either be driving
it.
from Maryland to New Jersey, or be driving from New Jersey to Maryland. Those are the only
Exactly.
two things to be doing in Delaware. It's like
Over
Connecticut.
over the Bay Bridge.
It's like Connecticut. They don't count as states now. Stop lying to yourselves, folks in Connecticut and Delaware. You know it's true. They don't.
You're
Do you know
right.
any sports team from Delaware or Connecticut?
No.
UConn.
Yeah, UConn as far as basketball. You got actually Delaware.
I mean, that are relevant. That
Flacco.
count. Okay, that count.
Well, in
well,
basketball,
no,
UConn
none of them count
counts.
except for Texas. That's side the point.
That's true.
Does Delaware even have like a university team?
Yeah, that's where Joe Flacco came from.
Oh,
University of Delaware.
That's
he
where
came from
everybody
a
comes
magical
from.
place. That place is
Nobody
imaginary.
plays for. They come from.
Yeah,
They come from, yeah.
yeah. To me, Delaware's like Narnia. It's all in the mind. It's all in the imagination.
You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
You still got to go over that bridge.
Okay. Actually, I got one last question for tonight to all of you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
Okay.
we've been talking about sports a bit. I'm not much of a sports guy because all I do is I mostly watch just pro wrestling and like MMA and boxing. Like I like sports where people beat the shit out of each other.
Mhm.
That's what I enjoy. That's my catharsis. I love violence and blood. But I do know enough about sports to know like the team names, right? So let me ask you guys, in your opinion, what is the dumbest team name? Which pro sports team or whatever team, in your opinion, has got the dumbest name?
Wow. Now I gotta think about that one.
wow.
I gotta think
So
about that one. I will say it. My
I'm
hometown, straight out, my hometown, the Kangaroos. Who the heck makes their team the
Well,
Fighting
you gotta think
Kangaroos?
bigger than that. Think of either college or
Yeah,
pro.
think of something bigger.
Well, you didn't tell me all that before. Y'all got to spell this out
Hmm.
before we get started, okay?
All right, I've got mine. Mine's the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay
What?
Buccaneers.
why is that bad?
Why is that bad?
I just don't like the Buccaneers.
Oh,
I
she
mean-
just don't like the team.
Okay.
No, I just don't like that name. I think they could have done something different than the Buccaneers.
It could have
They
been
could have
worse.
done
Could be the
something like ferocious or something.
Cleveland, like the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, Cavaliers and Buccaneers are basically the same thing when you look at them.
Well, yeah, no.
Pittsburgh
Yeah, I don't
Pirates,
like that
they're
name
just
either.
different names.
They changed
Yeah.
it because at my high school, our mascot was the Cougars, and then they combined schools,
Mhm.
and then we
Cougars.
became the Cavaliers. I so hated that. I mean,
How about UNLV? UNLV is the Running Rebels.
Running Rebels. Yep.
the
What are they
Rebels
About out in
sounds like my school.
Las
That's a
Vegas.
school for me. The
Oh,
Rebels.
running rebels.
Running
Oh,
Rebels.
well, maybe not
You
that.
got to run to be there and be a rebel.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I'm too lazy for
I
that.
never could figure that one out.
I'm too lazy to run. No.
University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners.
I have several actually.
What does that mean? They're
Okay, all right,
fast?
Paul.
No, it means
Almost.
being chased by the Coyotes all the dang time.
Almost every MLS soccer team name
Yeah.
is football club or soccer club.
FC, yeah.
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 No creativity at all. The new Utah hockey team is the Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I just had it. Oh shit.
Because they didn't even come up with a mascot name or anything the way I
No.
understood it.
And it's just temporary until they come up with the name. So why not just keep it the Coyotes
Yeah.
and be done with it? And the other one is oh crap. I should have wrote it down.
The Washington football team.
The Commanders. Thank you. That is the stupidest name for a football team. Change it back to the Redskins.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
And bring
Okay.
Aunt Jemima back.
Oh no,
Paul,
man!
you
I
got
don't know. I mean,
We're on a soapbox
I'm
now.
also
I
like
love it.
very much against this whole woke bullshit stuff,
Mhm.
but at the same time, Redskins does feel a little.
But
well,
Like, if I saw like
5 years.
if there was a Chinese, like a cartoonish, like Chinese railway worker, right? Like looking all cartoonish, and then they called him the Washington Slant Eyes, I would be like, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
know.
but I mean, just like Aunt Jemima, the logo of the Redskins was paying tribute to that chief, whatever the chief's name was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Right. It was a tribute to the tribe out there without saying
Yeah.
the tribe name.
yeah.
So, I mean, they got it all wrong. The next thing, they're going to go after the Braves and everything is just
Braves,
going to go.
Blackhawks.
No.
I mean, they can go
Yes.
after
Braves,
Blackhawks, they
the
suck.
Braves were okay. The Warriors were okay, and the what was the Blackhawks and several, because those weren't derogatory, is what it was, the way it was worded. So they were
That's
okay,
because
even
only
though
somebody came up and said, "Oh, well, that's
that's fine.
that's
yeah.
derogatory."
Can I tell you what I think are the dumbest names in sports? Actually,
Yes, please tell me.
Maybe.
Because the Commanders now call us one.
any team from Michigan, basically.
Ooh.
Detroit Lions, and then Tigers, and then Wolverines. I get a theme going on here. What next?
Da-
Velociraptors,
Wait a second. You talk about
Tyrannosaurus
Power
Rex,
Raptors.
Lions,
Yeah.
Tigers, and Bears. Oh shit! But Bears in Chicago.
the Flint
Never mind.
Tyrannosauruses. You guys are just naming yourselves after badass animals. That's it. The Detroit Megalodons. There's
Ooh,
just
that'd be cool.
lions and tigers. Come on, guys. We know what you're getting at.
Okay,
here.
all right, Donnie. Let's sport your state, and what are their mascot names?
Yankees is pretty ridiculous.
Wait. Your state. You're in Maryland, ain't you?
Oh wait, no, I'm from New Jersey though. I consider
Oh.
when people say my state, my first thought is New Jersey.
Okay, so
Mhm.
the Yankees aren't Jersey; they're New York. Okay.
But we don't have a team, so we're either New York or
Oh.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we got the Nets, or we had the Nets.
Exactly.
We had the Nets. Thanks
Yeah,
a
you
lot,
had
had-
they're,
Jersey.
they're in the Brooklyn
You
now.
had.
Yeah, yeah,
But
we
you got
had
the
the
New
Nets.
Jersey Devils.
You have a
We had the
hockey
Jersey
team,
Devils. That's a cool
There
team
you go.
name. I think that's one of the coolest team names, actually, because it's named
Yeah.
after a cryptid.
They have a
Fuck
cool
yeah.
uniform, too. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Do you know what else?
but-
Okay. The other sports team I think is fucking stupid. The Dallas Cowboys.
I knew it was coming. But you know what? As long as
Because
we beat the crap out of
It's
Philly,
so generic. It's so generic. Really? You're from Texas and you call yourselves the Cowboys?
hey,
Really?
the ones before them were the Texans.
The one thing that
Yeah.
Texas is sort of stereotypically known for, Cowboys. You're just going to call yourselves, we're
Well-
Texas Cowboys. How creative. How creative. How
Well,
creative.
the Oilers, come on,
Yeah.
really?
At least
that
that's
was-
kind of
that's-
specific.
That was really creative.
He's going to throw shots at the most expensive and most valuable franchise in the world. Period.
But you know what, Donnie? I want to thank you for taking the heat off me a little bit with the Lions and the Tigers and the Nets and all that stuff and Wolverines. I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. I'm your sports hate Jesus.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We got to take stabs
Yeah.
at everybody. It's the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, we'll be all like, okay, just all right.
Yeah.
Everybody be like,
I also think
Oh, yeah.
they I
Trust
also
me,
think the
my Cowboys
Jacksonville
should be that way.
Jaguars is probably the laziest name. I feel like the only reason why they chose Jaguars is 'cause they couldn't find another name. Think of another word that started with a J. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Juggernauts. They should have done Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. The
And then they
Jacksonville
could have had the
Jokers.
Juggernaut as a mascot on the sidelines, and then when every time we walk down, what are you? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. And away we go.
I got a good one. The
Okay.
Jacksonville Jackoffs.
Well, they do that too. That's side the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
they do have Sunshine as their quarterback, so go out
Right.
there,
right. Well,
Sunshine.
I do have to say this before we sign off is I'm not a big Tennessee Titans fan.
No.
I'm just not. Again, I don't think their name is really great either, but you know what? It's not bad. Anyway, so I don't like them that much, and I had gone to work, and there is a hotel across the way with this big old humongous parking lot. Well, I went into work about 3:30 in the morning, and there's all these buses parked there, and I mean big buses parked all over this back parking lot where we're supposed to park. Well, I couldn't park there, so I had to park on the other side of the street to get to work. So I wasn't happy. And then as I'm coming across, I noticed there is in the sea of buses, there is a Tennessee Titan bus.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking, okay, now this is probably about 2 months ago. Probably about 2 months ago. Anyway, but come to find out, the Tennessee Titans, bless their heart, and I'm going to say this, paid for all of these children to be taken to a summer camp, which is probably about 30 miles north of town, paid for all of these kids. And this is where the bus drivers were staying in that hotel. So all their buses were in the parking lot waiting on these kids to get out of camp for the week.
Boy, I
They
bet you like the
paid for
Titans
all
now, don't
those
you?
kids. I felt like an idiot. I
Well,
was like,
not
well,
an idiot.
okay, so maybe I'm not mad.
Maybe I
just
like
don't
them a little bit
lost
better than I
kids.
thought I did before.
Oh, the Titans were trying to take all these kids out to camp. What a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, taking my parking
Yeah,
spot. What
taking
the
my
hell?
parking spot.
Yeah.
Stupid kids.
Yeah, stupid kids. I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go. This is just, something is happening.
Doing
But then come
sports.
to find out, but that's where the bus drivers
Yeah.
were staying because they're waiting on the kids to get out of camp so they can pick them up and drive them back to Tennessee.
That's what they need to do. They need to change the Arizona Cardinals, change their name. They need to become like Uncut says over there. They need to become the Arizona Gila Monsters.
There you go.
The Gila Monsters.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I'm gonna start a petition.
Or the Chupacabras.
Hmm.
Nah, I
Yeah.
think I'd go with that with Houston.
I feel like Sasquatch should have been a team's mascot by now.
Utah.
They're called the Sasquatches.
Well, that's what they could be called.
Yeah, the
I think they were
Utah,
talking about the Yetis, Utah
NHL
Yetis.
team.
Yeah.
they shouldn't be called the Yetis. That's not here.
Yeah.
They gotta
No,
be
that's
Sasquatch or
Asian. That's
Bigfoot.
cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
there you go,
that's our
Donnie.
cryptid, yo. That's
They're
our
stealing
cryptid. Don't claim it.
Donnie's
You got
Nepalese
Bigfoot.
friend.
Let us have our cryptids, damn it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Why you
I mean,
Americans got to be hogging up all them cryptids?
Because we can. What you gonna do about it, huh?
Leave some for the Asians. Damn.
Y'all got the Ningen.
Man,
they
that shit ain't
got
even.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla. They got
Gojira.
Godzilla.
Gojira. You got Gojira.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, come back here.
Oh, the
Don't go
Utah
nowhere.
Jazz. That's also a dumb name.
Well, in
Yeah,
all
I
respect,
agree
that
with
was
that.
originally the New Orleans Jazz, but
That makes more sense.
But then why did they change it to the?
Yeah, but that still doesn't
Yeah.
make sense as a.
I can't tell you
How,
that.
how,
I don't
how
know.
are you gonna have a mascot?
Yeah.
How are you gonna have a mascot with the Jazz?
Well,
Yeah.
look at New Orleans team now. You know, you got who was that to move down there? The Orlando
Pelicans?
Magic.
Oh,
Or
Wasn't
who
it
was it to move down there? I can't remember which team it was that moved down to the Pelicans that became
The
Pelicans.
Wizards.
Was
Oh,
it?
no.
No, it wasn't the Wizards.
Washington.
They're Washington. You have Toronto Raptors. The Grizzlies in Memphis were the Vancouver Grizzlies. Is Orlando still down? Is the Magic still down in Orlando?
I don't know.
the Magic is Orlando. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but are they still there? I can't
I
remember.
think so.
We're all like,
I just can't remember where
I don't
where
know.
they came from. That's
Haven't
all. I just
seen
can't
them
remember.
play.
New Orleans Pelicans, but where do they come from?
When were they?
I don't
Were
know.
they just an expansion team? I don't think they were an expansion team. I think somebody moved down there.
Oh yeah, and Donnie, the Asians have Mothra. Leave me alone. Leave
Yeah.
me
Man,
alone.
Mothra
That is the
sucks,
monster.
though.
That is
What?
the monster of all monsters. Mothra.
Wait. Now, wait a
Man.
second. Don't be stepping way too far out in blind land over here. Okay, you're going a little bit too far. All right.
No, I'm serious. That was
Yeah.
the Mothra's badass. I'm sorry.
That's not the point. But
It's still. I don't care.
Okay.
Mothra's badass.
Yeah, Mothra was meant for, appealing to the ladies. They need
Yeah.
a monster to look up to too,
then it should have been little twin boys talking to Mothra and not little twin girls.
I was going to say something
No.
to that.
No,
And I'm
that
not.
appeals to the little girl, like the dolls and but
I was just going to say only little girls know how to talk to monsters. But there you go.
oh
Well, yeah, it seems like that's the case in all the monster movies. You know, all the little girls keep
Yeah.
talking to the monsters. We're like,
That's right.
what the
That's
hell? We got
right.
left out. No, you're going to give us the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That's what we're going to get.
I'll give you Pet Cemetery and
No,
Gates.
no, Pet Cemetery. No, Pet Cemetery. Still don't like that movie. I hated the remake, but the first one, I just don't like seeing Fred Gwynn like that. Sorry.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna
All
have to
right.
get off of here anyway.
Yep.
I've got to get my stuff done so I can get on to late night with BMR.
Any
By the way, the
final
Pelicans were an expansion team. Sorry,
any final
Oh, they
thoughts,
were?
gentlemen?
Okay.
that was my final thought.
Randy and Paul? Oh, Pelicans. Randy, final thoughts?
You got it right there.
Mothra is still badass. That's just my opinion.
All right. Peace out, folks.